I think when Commerce Secretary Wilbur Ross visits India at this time, also in the follow-up of Prime Minister Modi's visit to the U.S., I think he's not here only because he likes India. I think he's here for doing business, and I think that we will hear more today at our summit about also the prospects for a trade deal between India and the U.S. And that will send a positive signal. If that materializes in a deal, it will be positive, because there's been a lot of gloom and doom now with trade wars and all this, and we know there's also progress on a potential agreement with the U.S. and China. We know that Vice Premier Li He will go back to Washington, D.C. So maybe the world leaders are saying now that in a slowing global growth, we also need to send some good signals when it comes to making some deals on trade.
Do you think the tax cuts announced recently by the government, bringing the effective rate from 35% to 25%, has been a major catalyst in major economies like the U.S., which is the largest economy in the world, saying, you know, let's do more business with India? Do you think that that will be a major draw?
I think for those that have invested and will invest in India, it's a major reduction in the corporate tax rate from 35 to 25. This is something that is really noticed for businesses. It will make it more interesting to invest in this country. But I think this is part of a bigger picture. India is one of the youngest populations in the world, 1.2 billion people. There are huge opportunities in this country, provided also, of course, that there are investments in infrastructure, there are upskilling, reskilling happening. There also has to happen a lot in the gender field, because women has to be fully part of the workforce in this country. So it's also up to the Indian leaders now to take the right steps to make India really a $5 trillion US dollar economy. That is what the Indian leaders have as a vision.
Oh, absolutely. That is the vision. I'll just take my last two questions very quickly. On the trade deal, what I'm picking up is that there might be some sort of finalization being brought in on buying more agricultural products, something more in the healthcare space with medical devices, as also reinstating the special privileges window, which was withdrawn a little while back. Is that something that you're also hearing on the street in terms of the initial scope and scale of the agreement?
Exactly, and what we don't know is how comprehensive, how big will this trade deal be between India and the U.S. Of course, the U.S. also wants now to send a signal that they are willing to do bilateral trade deals after the TTIP and TPP were partly dropped. And we know in parallel with the negotiations now with India, there are also negotiations with the third largest economy in the world, Japan. So let's see. I think what world leaders have seen is that if trade continues to drop, that will lead to dropping growth, that will lead to higher unemployment. So maybe we will now see a change. Maybe the zeitgeist is changing. Maybe leaders will do more to enhance trade.
Hi, I'm Emily Tan, and thanks for watching CNBC. You can check out more of our videos by clicking on the boxes on the screen, and don't forget to subscribe to the channel for more. Thanks for watching.